Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Today, according to the Reserve Bank of Australia, cash accounted for just 13% of all payments made in 2022.
But that tells you that in 13% of cases, people still wanted to use cash. Someone I know of was at the stadium to see Paul McCartney over the weekend, ordered some drinks, got cash out, and they said, we don't accept cash. And he said, well, that's your problem, not mine, and left it on the counter. I feel sorry for the person who was working there, but cash is still legal tender. No. They don't take that anymore. And yet people over 65 primarily still rely on cash, nearly 1 in 5 qualifying as high cash users. Mm-hmm. So cash is still around, but it's hard to use it even if you want to.
Conspiracists will say this is the way that the man are getting us all into these 15-minute cities, and they're taking our cash away from them. But
what's that got to do with the 15-minute
I don't
city?
know. Spend some time with a cooker and they'll tell you. But the thing about it is, though, you're not going to walk around with a wallet with all your savings in it, eh? You're not going to walk around with $20,000 cash in your back pocket.
Meaning what?
Well, what I mean is, like, if only you had a couple of $100 in you, that's not going to sustain you for the rest of. If this so-called digital currency disappears, $200 isn't going to last you for the rest of your life.
No, but I think most people who still use cash use a combination of both. And there are some days where you've got cash, you think, I'm just going to use this to buy a drink,
sometimes
and you can't.
You go to buy the newspaper and you got no cash on you, then you do the tap and go on that. And all of
for a couple of dollars.
And then you're paying extra on there.
That's the thing.
And that's a bit of a sting.
So how do you feel? Cash, has it passed the pub test?
Look, I think it does, but with the Paul McCartney venue, and I went to see Paul McCartney, all the information we were given, it said it was a cashless venue. I don't personally use cash. My partner does use cash. We were already forewarned that there was not going to be accepting of cash. Everybody has a debit card, which is their cash as well.
Yes, it definitely passes the pub test. I was at Paul McCartney on Tuesday night in Newcastle, and the opposite happened. We were standing at the merchandise stand, and everything went down. The queue was backing up. There was some little tech man running around trying to fix it all. So the people that walked up with cash, they managed to get their T-shirt or their rug and walked off. Yeah, we do need cash.
Cash is the best. If you lose your phone, you've pretty much had your account compromised by someone else who can find your phone and hack into it and get your money out.
It sure does. And if these organisations stop charging to use your card, whether it's EFTPOS or credit, then I think it'd be a lot better. Surely they can incorporate that into their costs.
If you're going to charge me a surcharge, I'm going to pay with cash because the surcharge is increasing my cost of living.
Yeah, mate, I went to Suncorp Stadium and they don't allow it as well. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to pay extra. So I think the beers were about $8.50 or $9. I was willing to pay $10 cash and still wouldn't be in it. You don't want to see how much you spend at the end of the night anyway.
It's true. That's true.
See, it's interesting that first caller said, it was in the small print. Who's reading the small print? I certainly wasn't.
Come on.